Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I've come on here today because I'm going to show you, I know everybody else is probably showing you how to make a little Suffolk puff or yo-yo, and then what to do with them, to put them on your slow stitching or whatever, things that you can do with them, like before you use them on something, how to decorate them on that. Okay, so the reason I'm going to show you is because maybe there's somebody watching out there that hasn't seen how to do this, which is hundreds of videos on how to do this. But anyway, I'm going to make a little, I don't know if that's big enough, let me see, because I'm really liking these tiny ones. Look at that. So I did some tiny ones this morning. And there they are. So I'm going to put this on here. Oops. Now I found my little iron, which if you was watching me yesterday you'd know that I couldn't find it. But it is not one bit useful to me whatsoever, and I didn't realise that. Maybe that's why I didn't use it. I don't know, because it was a long time ago that I bought it. It actually has, it's not actually with me now either, it actually has a cord. There's your iron, say, and it's only that big. The cord comes out here and it's extremely stiff and it's really hard to iron, you know. This one that I got here has actually got the plug on the other side. It's got the plug on this side, which is connected. The other one, this is really old, but it still works. A bit the messy side, isn't it? But it still works really good. So it has a handle, because it's the one that you can take apart and travel around with it. But this must be probably, was Breville, but it's really worked really good. It's still going along. I bought for $1 at a garage sale. So I'm actually going to now buy myself one of the new ones. I'm sorry about the air conditioning noise. Some people said something about it, and I'm so sorry, but I need it on, and my husband tried to stop it from making as much noise as it was yesterday, because I did not realise how bad it was, and because I'm not paying any attention to it. All I know is that I'm cool and I'm doing this what I'm doing, and he's going to try and fix it more quietly, because he's got to try and fix a few bits. But anyway, it'll be fine. I'm in a hurry to put it there, and then hasn't got around to getting back to it, so we'll see how we go, if we can make it quieter. So this is about the size that I did for this one. Actually, it could be a bit smaller. So what I'd do, if I wanted to make another one, I will cut the piece of fabric, which I've got some of here. I picked out a few ones that I think I will like. I'm sure I will like. I do like this one. So I'm going to, because I love, and it's got hexagons on it, so I might do one of them as well. But I'm just going to show you how to do this, just for the sake of that. And I'm going to cut a little bit over, because I like to turn mine over so there's no edge showing, no rough edges on it. Okay, I should have actually drew a little line around the piece of fabric, and then just come out about 1/4 of an inch or something past there. And when I finish cutting around there, I probably will do that. So I got myself a little guideline to go by, and a sharp pencil would have been a really good idea, but I don't think, because your Suffolk puff thingy will come back in that far, right? So if you imagine that's the centre there, so whatever size you cut this to, you can bring it over like that, and so it'll come back that far. But because I'm going to turn it over first, it's going to be smaller still. But that's interesting to me, because I do love to make tiny things. So let's have a go at this. It's not going to be hard. I haven't ended this one off yet. I'll cut the thread off that. Actually, I'm going to change the thread, because I'm not happy with that bit of thread I had out there with. I'm going to use a yellow. Nobody's going to care if it's yellow, because I have got a big box of cotton up there because of sewing thread, but because I wasn't using the machine that much, it's up there and I can't get it, so I'll have to get hubby to get some down for me after. I have some in a jar, but didn't get the right things. Righto, so just going to do a knot. Righto. Now you're going to turn this over, and I'm going to see there's a little tiny line that I just drew, and I'm going to sort of think about that far all the way I'm going so I don't forget, and just turn it over as you go. Now you use a fairly lightweight piece of material, because if it's too thick, the material, this will make this a little bit bulky, and that won't matter. It just depends what you're looking for, but I probably should have, I've got a piece down there that I probably should have made these little ones out of, because this is not too bad. This is good cotton patchwork ones. I think I've got these at a garage sale, this one, I think. Might not, somebody might have gifted it to me. I bought a lot at a garage sale not long ago, but I like small pieces of fabric and I just go for them. I do. I haven't been out for a while, in a week. I haven't been sleeping very good, and that doesn't amuse me. The reason for that, I think, is because I'm not doing enough through the day. How can you when it's this hot? It's going to be 40 degrees again here today, which is over 100 degrees Fahrenheit as far as I know. It might not get to that far. And even if you have the cooler on, your body knows it's hot. It's still like doing too much, because then you start getting hot. It's really weird, I know, but usually when you're moving around and it's winter time, you're not getting yourself all perspiring and stressed out. But summertime it does make you like that. But I waited for the summer so bad because I really wanted the warm. I'm sick of the cold weather, because it's really weird that we've still had cold weather up to a week ago or something. There was hot, but there was mostly cold. Now, you can use them both sides too, but I like this side here, you know, where it's all pushed in there together, okay? So this is a tiny little one, and that's how you make a tiny little one. And it's best if you pick up a few stitches and end it off. And mine's probably pulling undone a bit because I didn't pull it in tight enough, which I better do. Come over here. This is not in the centre. Okay, this worked fine this morning when I was doing these other ones. It's just because the camera's on. Okay, at least I hope it is. Yeah, but I didn't put the timer on. Oh dear. Here we go. I got it. Righto. So that's how you make your little ones like this. Right. Now I'm just going to show you one more. Because I have a yo-yo making contraption thingy, sorta. I bought it a really long time ago, probably 20 years even, maybe not that long. I just might be, over. It's not very round, this plug, because I let that go. When I pulled it in, I didn't give it hang on to it enough, and it got away from me. So we're just gonna. I mean, he'll work. Look, he'll look really cool with a button on him, won't he? If I want to put the button on. Or there's lots of other things. Anyway, I'm going to show you that in a minute when I do this one. I've picked up the wrong thing. Rightio, there we go. So now I've got this. This is a thing to make your shuffles. Or yo-yo flowers. So you have a piece, and it actually had the pattern on the instructions, but I've made this one out of a piece of card because the other was only paper, and I've cut a lot, and I know where it is, and it's not too close to me, so I made another one. So this has to be a little bit bigger. So I've cut out some here a long time ago, so this is probably a bit skew-whiff though, because I sometimes go wildly with the scissors and just chopping around, but it's not too bad. I'm just going to pointy bit out here somewhere. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because these just make them perfect. So you put that onto there. You've got to have your right side down. You get this little business, and you put the there's a mark there. That bit in the inside will line up with it. No, hang on. Did that work? Oh, it went in there, so that's what we need. Right, so you do that. Then you get a needle and cotton. And it's really weird, you know, because I've been used to using the crochet thread down for a while, and it's strange it's been so soft. Now all you do is you come up through the back. See these holes here? Oops, wrong side. Wait a minute. Why did I start there? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's try that again. Righto. You got this bit here and you folded it down underneath there, and you come up through there and you go back down through there. Righto. See, there's these little gully things there. See? You just come up on one side, I'll find where I am, and go back down. And you're picking up the this on the other side here. Now honestly, if you like making these Suffles, this is a amazing thing to use. It probably wouldn't take, I don't know whether it would take as long or not, but they make them perfect. I mean, it makes them just perfect. They are. No skew for nothing. And you just go around here like this. It's really sort of clever how it works, but anyway, it's not. I suppose it's not that hard to figure out. Except I don't know where I'm up to. Am I nearly there yet? Am I nearly there yet? Where's me cotton starting at? I'm gonna have a look for me knot. What have I done here? Cobble that bit up. Where's me knot? There. I should have used a different piece of thread so I can see what I'm doing. How did I get over here now? What have I done? Oh, I went back the wrong way. Sorry. Tell you how good it is, and then I muck it up. And come back up in there and go down. But I can only just see this piece of thread in here. Truly I can. If you buy one of these and do this, how about you use a different colour of thread? There it is there. Right. That's where I've got to go to. Come on. So I'm going to go out tomorrow in the hot, because I have to go to the post office. So I'm going to go out there, but I should be right. I'll stay under the trees. So I'm back to the beginning here. Right. So you push that out, you pull this out, and you pull this up. Carefully, don't want to break your thread. Now I was ironing on this yesterday and making it into something else, so I probably should have used a different piece of fabric, but so this is what you got. Look, that's a good Suffolk poof, isn't it? There we go. It is a little bit thicker than, you know, ones if you don't turn them over, but I think they turned out really good. I made these two this morning. Actually, I made a lot more, but I wasn't really keen on the colours of the other ones. I think I had them cut out and I just didn't want to use them today, so I'm going to end this off properly now, hopefully without it all unfrizzling on me and coming ungathered. I don't want to ungather it, that's the word I'm looking for. Don't ungather it, Sonya, it won't be fun at all. So wait a minute, I'll let that go. But I can just get hold of the end of it and pull it through, and it'll be right. There we go. Now you can use these on your crazy patchwork too. That was another thing that I'm going to do with them, because I'm still doing my crazy patchwork. I won't be putting one up till Thursday or something. I don't know now. I've got to work that out. So that's that. Isn't that cool? And I'll keep that one there in place of it. And I've got these very large you know, them. But I'm not going to use that size because he's too big. He's too big for me today. I don't think I want that size one. I have some more so you cut out that shape. And I put them here because I wanted to make some small ones. There's one. To go on my slow stitching and all my crazy patchwork, which is slow stitching anyway because it's embroidery. Okay, it just depends what people feel like. So these here I've cut out on my on my Gemini. I think I use my Gemini for those. I'm just going to get a bit of water out of this crackly old bottle. Sorry about that. Yeah, so now we got those. Right, so what you need to do with these if you want to, and I have done to make them a little bit more interesting, is do some sewing on them, or put some beads on them, or put something like this on there. So you can put that in the middle of it. Now that looks really nice. I really do like that. And then around the outside. So I think these made out of sheer fabric are really awesome, and I have done that before. And I do have a big box of it here somewhere, that sheer fabric, because I've fished it down from up there so I could get some things in it, but I don't know if I could show you one that I've done, because I haven't. Actually, I've got some of these in here. So when I say some of these, I have got my... You'd think, gee, I'd love to have all this stuff in the one place so I can find it, but I'm just so messy. Well, and I've just had so much stuff over the years and just not looked after it properly, not paid attention to what I was doing, and just put some away where I don't see it anymore and forget I got it, and I'm just so excited about getting out my sewing things and doing some sewing, because I really love to do my sewing. Okay, so we'll have a look at one of those too. We can do that as well today. And these are all things that are incorporated into your work, because, well, you want to, don't you? You want to put stuff into your work. You need to do that. You need to be adventurous. Makes it more interesting, I think. I would just never make a plain thing. I just can't handle that. I like to put something to it. I love to add something to it. And I'm sorry I'm fishing over here without... Oh dear, there's a tape measure. I need one of them out in the lounge room. It's like, I want to buy something. I can't find anything. There's a button. I love to cover a button and put buttons on, because they look really cool in your sewing. Here's some little flowers. I have a fair few bits of those. Now, there's a lovely lady that sent me them. She did. Okay, so now I've got plenty of stuff. Always got plenty of stuff to use. I just got to make the time to do it with, and I just feel I'm getting too old or what for this. Anyway, so these are only little tiny ones, aren't they? And I really like them. It's that size. These are a bit bigger. I've printed these off on the internet, I think, and then I cut them out, because you can do that. That's how I come to have those. I bought these ones here, and I've bought that. No, I might not have bought that. They were cut out. I made those cut out ones. So these little ones, I know I bought them, so I would have more somewhere. And that one there I did. So I've got lots of different sizes of those, and now I've gone off that rail again, like I did yesterday, haven't I? But there's some I've put together, which I probably would not ever finish doing that, so I might even take them apart so I can redo them. Righto, so now for this, we're back to here. For that, I want to put some beads on, okay? Now, got a few different sorts here. That's something that you can see, but it's not taken away from the... Well, it won't be. I couldn't find what I was looking for. I thought I'd find them other ones that I've already done with the sheer fabric. I've put the beads around them with the sheer fabric and they look so good. But this will too. So I've got a bead needle, because you'll need one, because you don't want to be trying to... We can't put beads on it without a bead needle. Got some thread, and it's not the same colour as this, which I probably should have done that. I'm going to do that now. Oh, hang on. Do I want it the same colour as this or the same colour as the bead? That's a big decision, isn't it? I think I might do it the same. I'm doing what I've got on the needle today. I'll have to do that because it's going to take too long fleeing about there. Righto. So you want to just come up on the back of here. You don't need to go right into the... Like, you just want to this far in, okay? Just that far. And then sew your bead on. Whoops. Caught the knot in the back of it and pulled it through too. I tell everybody not to do that all the time, but look at this, I've done it myself now. Put the knot on the back. Because the bead's in the way, that's not going to pull. Come on. We can do this, Sonya. We can do this. Right, we got it. Okay. Now just a little bit further over, not too far. So you can do this before you put them on anything, or when you put them on there. You know, if you're going to do some bead work on something, on your... I haven't got any slow stitching in progress at the moment, but I will start some more. Oh, this is just the best thing in the world. Oh, it's so good. I really like my quilting mat, iron pressing. It's a quilter's pressing mat, and I love it. I've only had it one day, and it's the best thing ever. I was sitting out there last night. Look, you can put your beads on there, and they don't bowl away. Stick your pins in it, because you know, and it hangs onto your needles or whatever. What are you doing? You know, you sit that one on there while you use that one over there, you know. But anyway, so we'll come up at the back. Try and keep these evenly spaced. That will be a good idea. Now, I was going to come on here and I was going to do all these first and then show them to you. But hey, I haven't been able to get myself woken up today properly, because I actually went back to sleep in the chair. So I thought to myself, I want to do a video every day, because I really I love to do things. So, and this is looking really cool, so I'm excited to add it to something. And it's only done with a really nice piece of lightweight cotton fabric. I don't use anything, as a rule, I'm not keen on the polyester sort of ones, if you know what they are. They're sort of shiny. They're shiny, and they're, because they, to me, they're not as easy to sew through either, you know, but it's up to people what they use. I mean, if that's what you've got, you can use it, but I sort of like to use the cotton stuff. It looks better to me. Oh, I learned how to do another one too, but I'll have to show you later. I've had a lot of... In '93, if anybody, you know, remember when that was, back in the dark ages, I went and did a course at TAFE for a year and became a qualified needlecraft teacher. I don't like to tell you that in case you think, oh dear, I'm bad at this. And because I wanted to teach so bad, because I wanted, you know. Anyway, in them days, I was a lot younger, I guess, yeah, way younger, and very nervous person, sort of, you know. It was my daughter, well, my 31-year-old daughter, 32, whatever she is this year, but it was only 3 or 4 when I was doing that, so it's a long time ago, eh? Anyway, I did that, so I learnt all of this stuff, all to do with patchwork, all to do with applique, all to do with embroidery, everything you can think of. Well, you know, when I say that, there was so much stuff, you know, and it was so good fun, and I really enjoyed doing it, but I was very nervous to teach. I couldn't teach because I was too nervous. I held classes. I had classes at a local shop that we had here years ago. I used to do embroidery classes, and I did. People actually come from another town for me to teach them how to do stump work, and I don't know if you've seen me do a lot of that, but I've done a real lot. And these three ladies come one time, and I was so scared. I really was, and I could not. So it was something that I could not really get that into, you know, like I couldn't be. But plus, I live in a very small town where people, I don't know, they're funny. It's not that small that everybody just will go to a thing. But I did teach for a while to different places. I taught once or twice at the school. Mostly we taught with feathered needles that day. I've taught a few times at the college for seniors. It's just like it's a voluntary thing, and that was years and years ago. And just did different things with people, and then when I found out that you could teach on YouTube, I had to do that. I just wanted to do that so bad. So here I still am, 7 years later. I think I've been on here for 7 years. Isn't that gorgeous? But I think I'll put a different colour. I might go with a white thing in the middle. What do you reckon? There's lots of ideas. You can put whatever you want in the centre, if you got whatever you want. Or even the buttons. They might look good too. Because I'm a bit like, feeling like I want to play this down a bit, and I'd give it too much for... Maybe that one. Yeah, I think I'll put this on here. Right, so now I need a needle and a thread, and I might put a bead in the middle of there. Righto. Don't use the white one, Sonya, use this one. I think. Oh, hang on, don't use the yellow one. Oh, dear me. This'll do. I find that some sewing threads are not nice, and then others are really good. This is what do you call that? Scarfil. SCANFIL. That's not bad stuff. This one here is really good stuff. This is rancid or something, and I've got a couple of good reels of those. And this is a Maffers one. So, but they're good. But there's ones that you can get that are really cheap. That are, they break and they get tangled and they're very annoying. I don't know why I haven't thrown them out, because I don't like them. Because when you get them accidentally, you'll pick them up and you don't like them. It's not good. I might come up through the centre first and put the centre piece in. What I'm going to put in there, eh? So that's all fixed. And in the centre piece, I can put another bead, I suppose. A bead or 3. I might do 3 beads. Let me see how it will look. I think decorating this, flower's really cool. Where am I going? Through here, back through here. Righto. I might have been trying to get through that knot again. I think it was, I think I was trying to get through the knot. What's happening here? Oops, I'm putting this bead on here, and this is not a bead needle, Sonya, you can't do it. That's what happened. I'll sew this on first then. Wasn't paying attention to that, was I? Take that through the back. So I, for some reason, thought yesterday was a holiday and there was no post. But there was post, and it was not a holiday. Today is a holiday. What is going on here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me, Sonya. Maybe I can't get through all these thicknesses of this. I probably should have put some glue on it. What you do then, if you can't do everything, you just pick up the top bits. Okay? It's this needle. It's like a crowbar. You want a nice thin needle to do this sort of thing? I'm gonna get my bead needle and use it. I don't like that. The bead needle should go through it. I hope I'm threading the right piece of thread on here. I hope everybody's having a nice day. If you're cold or warm, whichever one. I hope you're cozy, whatever it is. Whichever way it is, I hope it's cozy. Okay. The bandage on my fingernail is to make it fix, I hope. I think I had a bad dream last night that I had more of them. Isn't that terrible? A bad dream about my fingernails. Okay, so now I should be able to go through there. Look. Because they're fine and they'll go through for you. The thicker pieces of fabric. Where's this bit? Is it caught there? Righto. As long as I've caught that bit, I'm going to go underneath and catch some more. Don't cobble it up, Sonya. Just pull it through steadily now. Rightio. Now go back under there. Through here. I really like making decorations for things. That decorations are ephemera, isn't it? Bits of ephemera is good. Embellishments. Just depends. I think an embellishment is something that, like this. Ephemera might be something like a ticket or a card. Oh, hang on. I've got myself stuck here now because there's a little bit of fur on the end of that, or a little knot come through here. Look at this. It has to be something, doesn't it? Can't just go through there, can you? It's cobbled up and made a tiny little knot on the end, all by itself. It did that all by itself. It did. Another bit here, pull it through. Right, I got it. We won't get stressed out. We just calmly think about how good it's going to look at the end, eh? When we're finished. Not again. Not again. If you like, you can put some wax on your thread, because if it keeps doing things like that, you know, you're going to say, oh, I don't want to do that anymore, because that's not fun. It's getting away from you all the time. I'll put that down in there, and then I'm going to come up in the middle. Can you see how much easier it is to use this needle than what it is to use that thicker one? Because it would not go through there. It was not going to work at all. Okay, so now we can put a bead in the middle now, because we've got the bead needle on. Come back here. Where did you go? Right. Sometimes I might just leave one there. Look, that looks good, doesn't it? See? Sorry you haven't been able to see it that close up. Isn't that cool? I think that looks really pretty. And here when I started, look, I didn't even pull it all the way through. There's a knot way up there. So I don't know what I'm doing about that. So I'm going to actually sew this down. Whoops. I'll actually lay that piece of cotton down there and stitch over the top of it so it'll stay there. Won't pull out. I don't think it will. I've done enough stuff on it. It shouldn't go anywhere. Okay, and now it's going to be on something else too, so it will be fine. Now I'll show you on a littler one, something else. Maybe not. The little one might not work. Maybe I should have used this. I'll use this one, but I'm going to have to use a different colour so you can see what I'm doing. You know what happened? My pincushion fell down in the jar. See over here? That's my pincushion down there. It fell down in the jar. I had it. So I'm going to stick the needles in the cotton reels on the top, because I have to sit there and fish it out later. Well, I'm going to just show you now. You can add a bead. You can add a button if you want to it. I've still got a piece of string connected to this one. I must have didn't finish it, so I'm going to just put a button on then for you and show you. You can just put a button on. That's not what I was going to show you. I'll show you the rest of it all. Anyway, we'll get it all as much as we can done today. I've still got a few minutes to go. Right, now will I do the orange one? Will I do the blue one? I like these buttons. They are flat and they're really pretty. You know, to me they're really pretty. And I've got some these sort of ones here. Little old button. Bit bigger old button. okay. Bit bigger still, old button. Actually, that doesn't look too bad, does it? They don't have circles. I do like a circle. Alright, a circle around a button. These are easy to make. There's a crochet, but you can do these with thread too. Like this is off a I'll show you that next time. That one. But anyway, I might just put this button on here. I'll go through there first. Come back up with 2 threads. Which button, Sonya? Which one you reckon you're going to use? I don't know. There's cotton coming out there now. I think we can be a little bit game and go with that one, eh? You see how game I am? Look at me, I'm going for the lighter colour. Everybody's got different ideas, so we can all do whatever we want to. Now I'm going to, because I've only got one thing of thread here, I'm going to put a knot in it now that I'm through the back, because I want to have more than one thread going through now to fasten this button on here. This is the same old needle, it doesn't want to go through all this thread, all the material. That went straight through. Good one, Sonya. Don't pull it too hard this time. Righto. So now we've got that on there, so we can use those. Of course, everybody would have seen that we can use some buttons on, and whatever else you want to do. So I'm going to put around the outside of this. I think I'll do it now that I've got this one, or I can just have a different sort. No, go with this one, Sonya. Use this one to get a better needle though. A better needle than that. I'm not having very fun with that at all. This one here, like, it's not bad. I'm going to need a bit of embroidery thread. I think you're only just going to see this, but I hope you can. Feels like it's got a burr on the end of it. Now that means that there's a bit of wayward, what's the name on there? Metal. Is there or not? I don't know. I'll try this one here. I might have to use this one here, I think. It doesn't feel really good, that needle. I think I'm a bit disappointed with these packet of needles. I don't know why, but I didn't seem to be having much luck with them. This one's alright. It's a good one. Let's get into my drawer and get some more out, because sometimes when, you know, maybe they need to be changed occasionally if you use them too much or get glue on them or something. So now I'm going to actually embroider around the edge of this. I might do a we can do a blanket stitch, eh? What do you reckon? So I don't want that big tail there, do I? I should have tried to disguise that. It'll be coming up through there, and I'll do a tiny back stitch. Hope that didn't pull through. Right. Now I'm just going to go over to the next part here and do a bit of this around. Do a bit of sewing around here. You can do it, continue out with this too, and I think it'll look really cool if you put more around it. We don't want to go too far, but you know what, it's good fun. Now I've got this one here too, and I want to show you that I would put that on there as well. That's another idea that I actually have done in the past. I don't know whether I'm going to put that on there or a so I'm just going to go around the edge of this. You can put a different colour on if you wanted to. Now if you were putting this onto your slow stitching, you might like to do this first. Put your button on first too, and then you can sew, or you can put it onto your slow stitch. You might make it a bit hard to do this around here though, on the slow stitching piece. I've got mine, actually I still have some here that I did fix because I cut it apart and I was very disappointed with myself for doing that, so I put it back together. I did, I put it back together. And now, where is it now? I could show you if I could see it. Okay, right. Well, I did put it back together, so you'll be pleased about that because I was disappointed too that I cut it in half. You see, sometimes we do things, we think we're doing something that, you know, I thought, oh dear, I might make this into two. You know, it might make it easier to work with. And that didn't happen. I don't know what I've done with it. Never mind. My room's getting really bad, you know. But I like it. I'm happy. I just can't find anything. I sit in here and think, now what am I going to do? I'll have to see what I can find first before I do anything. But like last night anyway, I knew I was going to do this today because I've been wanting to make things like this for a long time, and I don't know, I just didn't think people were that interested in it as what they are now, so that's good. It's a lot different, and I do like to making the journals, and I have really enjoyed this new one I'm starting to. A lady asked me what was shabby, and I said nothing because I don't know. It could be anything, you know. When I get to it, I just wrote it was a shabby journal that I'd started, and I think I look at it as a bit of bit raggedy, maybe, you know, a bit. I haven't got much started on it yet, but you know, when I get going, you might be able to see the idea, because I've done a bit more. You'll see that before you see this, I think. So, well, I don't know when I'm putting that one up. Oh, the days are just, you know, going flat out as far as I'm concerned. Just going flat out. So, I'm just going to go around here with this and see, that is going to look absolutely delicious, isn't it? It brings it, it makes it a little bit flatter, and that's good, I suppose. Now you can put beads on this one too if you wanted to as well. You could put some beads on it as well as stitching it down. Oh, there goes my time. I'll stop there, and I'll just have to give myself 5 more minutes. So yes, to the poor lady that said what's shabby, and I think she might have been the one that asked me what the noise was, and I'm sorry about the noise. I can't help that. It's, if you, I don't know, you can just don't want to watch it, I guess. I'm sorry if you can't hear what I'm saying, or I don't know what to say. So I can't. Words just avoiding me. Yeah. Anyway. Never mind. I haven't talked to my daughters for about a week or more, you know. It's only because they're too busy, I suppose. I don't know. I guess I never spent a lot of time with my mother, but I've probably seen her once a week, or spoke to her a fair bit on the phone, I guess, because she would ring and that, but I don't want to bother mine if they're busy. You feel like you know, if they want to ring you, then you know that they're interested in having a talk. If you ring them, it feels like you're invading their space or something sometimes. This button's is annoying me. I'm going to have to push him over a bit and stitch him down a bit more. He's nearly waving around there in the breeze. I think this looks really cool, and hopefully I can do another one. Yeah, when I went to TAFE, to tech, college, whatever you call it, I had no idea how many stitches there was out there, how many different embroidery stitches there was. I did the very basic ones, you know, there was this and straight stitch and back stitch maybe and chain stitch and that sort of thing, you know. And I never realised there was hundreds of stitches, but we did them. We learned them, it was really good, it really was, and they don't have anything like that. Actually, I think after that I did that course, I don't think they held it again. It wasn't only me there, there's a lot of other ladies there that, I think, because they take away things like that, because unless there's a lot of employment in the town for that sort of thing, they don't show it, you know, they don't teach you, I mean. They only teach what there's a chance of getting employed to do, and there was no... I did get employed with the college that was there to do it, but they never had enough people coming to their college for them to do it, so that was a short-lived thing, that was. But anyway, I didn't really matter, I suppose. I stayed home and read my daughters. Anyway, I don't know if I told you, but my oldest one said to me, because I said to her, I never left you with anybody. I said, I stayed home, I said, and looked after you girls, and, you know, their father went to work, and I stayed home and looked after them, and she said to me, yeah, and look what happened to me. And I thought, well, that's nice. Of course, in meaning she wasn't very confident. Maybe she wasn't at first, but that was the type of person she was. I don't think I actually held her back. You know, she's fine. Kids, I don't know. You can't do good by them. If I'd left her home myself, she would have been telling me then it was all my fault, was she was like she was. Anyway, that's okay. So that's we had a little bit of set too after that, but then we're all right now. So, well, you can imagine, you know, you wouldn't have been pleased if your daughter had said that to you, and look what happened to me. I thought, well, that's not nice. I said to her, why, what's wrong with you? I think she thought she didn't have much self-confidence, but look at these, aren't these delicious? I think they look delicious. Love them, okay? Thank you very much to everybody for watching. Look at this, isn't it pretty? And this one, pretty. And this one is going to be pretty when I put these bits and pieces on it. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.